Hey guys, welcome back to the Little Craft House. I'm Nicole for those of you who haven't met me before, and today I am going to show you a tutorial for how to make beautiful faux howlite earrings without using paint. Now, I know there's lots of tutorials out there that smush together clay and paint to give you a beautiful effect. I hate that technique. I'll be honest, I really don't like it. I get in a big fat mess and it just doesn't work for me. So I found a different way to do it. This way is far less messy and I think it looks just as good, if not better. So stick around and I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so I've rolled up and conditioned some scrap clay here. It was mainly black. As you can see, there's a little bit of sparkle. It's not quite as black, but that's okay. It's just going to be the base, and I think that that will still work well. So that's at approximately a 3mm thickness, the thickest setting of my pasta machine. Otherwise, you can use your guides. If you've got guides, to roll down flat to be your thickness that you want. Okay, next we are going to take some black and some white clay. I should probably cut the white first. Now, I'm not going to need much, so I think I'm just going to cut about half of one of those quarters. Approximately that. And the same with the black. Okay, now what we need to do is roll these down, or condition them, and then roll them down to the thinnest setting on your pasta machine, or as thin as you can get it with your roller, so that it's pretty much paper thin. Alrighty, as you can see, super thin there. So now we are going to layer the two pieces on top of each other. So black down first, that's the base, and then the white on top. Smooth it out so there's no bubbles. And trim off the extra because we can come back to that later. Okay, so now that they're together, we are going to just do our rip and tear technique onto our base. So with the base, put the ugly side up because we're going to work over the top of that. So then that way we're not going to see it. So just simply ripping a piece off and popping it on with the white side up. And you can work a bit random, it doesn't have to be in lines, the more random the better. Okay, now I'm just going to trim down those edges again. And that's what we've got so far. So it's quite lumpy, but we're going to now roll this thinner. So having it back on the pasta machine's thick setting, the same as the black one was set at, or using your depth guides, we want it to come back down to a 3mm thickness. So I'm just going to pop that through the machine. And there we go, it squished it all down and has given it that nice crackle. I've chosen to use these irregular circle shape cutters just to give the earrings a more organic look. Once I've cut them all out, I'm going to pop them in the oven and bake them, and then I'm going to show you how to finish them off. And so to use up the scraps, I've just marbled them together And I'm just going to take my little stud cutter and cut some little studs out. These will be added to packages, people's orders when they order from me as a little freebie. Okay, so once baked, you've got a couple of options of things that you can do. So these are some moons that I also cut out of my slab. I've sanded them off, and I can either just make them into earrings now like this, as being a nice matte finish, or I can choose to gloss the top to give them a bit of shine. So with the glosses, there's lots to choose from. These two are two of my favourites, but this time I've decided to leave my moons matte finish, but with the other pieces, I actually resined them. So I like to use a 2-part epoxy that takes a minimum of 24 hours to cure. I just love how it's given it that beautiful doming effect and such a super shine. Thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial today. I hope you've enjoyed this technique as much as I do. And if you love the Faux Stone Look, I'll link a similar tutorial in the description notes below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more polymer clay tutorials. And also, if you head over and check out my Instagram, I post up daily inspo and mini tutorials over there. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye!